Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Bridget's She Shed. This is episode 16. Had to check my notes. This is episode 16, and today is Sunday, March 26th, 2023. I hope everyone is doing well. I wanted to just drop in and do a really short video today, blog, podcast. But welcome. This is your first time here. Thank you for finding my channel. I hope you find something here that inspires you to continue with your craft or to learn a craft. Primarily, this is about knitting, crocheting. Uh, it may include some sewing in the future, but anything fiber related, I like to share what I do. And to those of you who are returning, thank you so much. Again, those of you who have been commenting, I love comments. So thank you for that. As always, I put everything in the show notes. So either click your arrow or hit the more button and you'll find all the links to everything that I discussed today and also on how to contact me if you would like to do that. Thank you. Well, like I said, I hope everyone is okay. I'm feeling better as each day and each week go on. I'm improving. And thank you for everyone for your get well wishes. Today, like I said, is March 26th, and it is Knit-a-thon Day. If you haven't heard about it, it is a campaign that Laura Nelkin, who is a fabulous, wonderful designer, started a few years back. I think this is maybe her third or fourth campaign, and it's the Knit for Food. And several podcasters have joined in on the campaign and got teams going. And it's been going on for, I guess, about a month or so. I kind of got in on heard about it on the late end from the Grocery Girls. But what the campaign, the fundraiser is to battle food insecurities. It's hard to believe, but there are some people who do not have enough to eat. And that's just heartbreaking, especially when it comes to children. So when I heard about this, I knew I had to be a part of it. So I heard about it through Grocery Girls podcast, the sisters from Canada, Jody and Tracy, and I joined their team, or I supported their team, and gave a donation. And then today is Knit-a-thon Day, so the fundraisers who set up a team for Knit for Food, they've committed to knitting for 12 hours today. Well, I didn't set up a team or anything. Like I said, I gave my donation to the Grocery Girls, but I am knitting for 12 hours today. So I'm really excited about that. So where does the money go? Well, they're going to split the money up evenly among four organizations: Feeding America, the World Central Kitchen. I have my notes over here. That's what I'm looking at, so I don't mess up anything. Team, No Kid Hungry, and Meals on Wheels. So the money that's collected from the fundraising will be evenly divided up among those four organizations to help battle food insecurities. And so I'm really excited about it. Like I said, I've been knitting since about 7:30 this morning. I decided to take a quick break and come on here. I know some of the other podcasters that are participating in this is Gay with Gigi Made It, the women of the Yarnia Yarn Store, which their podcast is Chronicles of Yarnia, and Natalie with the Love and Stitches, also known as Nitty Natty. They're participating. I'm pretty sure there are others, but those are a few of the podcasts that I watch on a regular basis, and they are participating. So next year there will be a team, uh, Brigitte She Shed, and I really, really hope that you will get behind this and help with the fundraiser and sponsor me to knit during the knit-a-thon. Before I get into what I'm knitting for the knit-a-thon, I just want to talk about what I'm wearing. It's been a while since I had on any knits. So this is a shawl that I made, my very first lace shawl. And it is the High Sierra shawl by Romy Hill. And I actually did a workshop off of Craftsy, which is an online platform for crafters, knitting, crochet, I think embroidery, a lot of different things. And I took a class, and this was the shawl. It's beautiful. I'm pretty proud of myself. I made this in 2018, and I have yarn to make another one, actually several. And so I decided to put this on today. It's a little cool here today, but I don't remember the colors, but I will link all of the information. I do know that the yarn is the Cloudborn Sock Twist, which I think it's discontinued. I don't think they make this yarn anymore, which is a shame because it was I really like the Cloudborn yarn. It was a commercial yarn. This is fingering weight, and as you know, I love my purple. I'm a lover of all things purple, and purple's first cousin, pink. Okay. Let's see what else before I get into the knitting. Oh, if you watched the last episode, episode 15, I was talking about the shenanigans I was having with my filming crew. Hopefully we won't have that today because I bought a new phone. Say what? Yes, I bought a new phone. My old phone, I had since 2015. I was very attached to that phone. And I am an Android girl, so I love my Samsung. And so I upgraded to the Samsung S22. I know the S23 is out, but for personal reasons, I had to go with the S22. And I don't think there's that much difference between them. So, no, I didn't go over to the dark side to the iPhone as the rest of my family has, but I'm okay with that. I'm an Android girl. I'm learning so many new things. Having to learn how to operate a new phone is not one of them. So let's see. Hopefully this gives a better graphic, and we won't have any of the film crew walking off to take breaks. Right? I'm the film crew, okay? All right, so what am I knitting for the knit-a-thon? I am making a pair of mittens, fingerless mitts for my mom. I've actually made one pair already, and I'll show those in my finished objects. And I'm working on the second pair. And this is the Everything November mitts by Jen Yard. Man, I can't speak today. Jim Yard. And I love this pattern. Very, very easy to follow. Great pattern. It's a rib pattern. It's a paid for pattern, so I don't want to give away too much information. But it's very well written. If you are a beginner knitter, this is a great pattern for you if you want to get into fingerless mitts. And let's see what else about the pattern. She has a chart to help you with when you're doing your increases. to keep you on track with the number of stitches. I thought that was very ingenious to do. So let me show you. I've made one mitt, and so I'm working on the second one for the knit-a-thon. But here is the first one. And it's missing its thumb because I will put the thumb in. I'll do both thumbs when I finish with the other one. I like doing that. I like making the whole knit, the whole mitt first, and then putting in the, coming back and picking up my stitches and putting in the thumb. So let me show you what it looks like. So see, I need to just do the thumb, but here it is. And she wanted black, which I'm like, Mom, black? My eyes, my eyes. So I primarily work on it during the day. At night, I have a neck lamp that I put on. And then I have another lamp right next to me that I have on. And then the overhead lights. But so far, so good. I think it's coming out really pretty. She says, well, I want something with a little bling. So I went stash diving. The black yarn is Knit Pick Stroll. And then this is sequin yarn. And it's by Premier. But I don't know if they still make it, because like this was a deep stash dive with the sequins, and it's called Enchant. And let me just show you the labels. So the Knit Picks, it's the Stroll. Their fingering weight, 75-25, superwash merino with nylon in the color black. And then this is Enchant. Let's see, can you see that? There we go. It's Enchant. And this colorway is City at Night. And it's by Premier. And so, let's show you. This is what it looks like. It comes like on a cone, so to speak. But it is really thin. It doesn't change your gauge at all, and you can't feel it. I don't know if you can see the sequins. And so I'm holding it with the Knit Pick Stroll as I'm knitting. Oh, I kind of got a tangled mess here now where I picked it up for the podcast. But this is the second mitt, and I'm doing this on Magic Loop, and I'm using this is a US 1 2.25 millimeter. These are Chalgu, my favorites. I just love their cords. And these are just markers that I have, because every 10 rounds, I'm counting every 10 rounds. About 10 rounds gives me 1 inch, and I need to make 40 inches, so that's what those are. Sort of like when you do, if you a sock knitter. I like using these light bulb markers to count rounds. So I think that's beautiful. I should have these done by today, I believe. Now, my only question that I have is if I should do the thumb in just the solid black, or carry the sequin thread along with it along the thumb. So that's kind of one of the things while I'm working on this that I'm trying to decide what I want to do, if I want to take the sequins on the thumb. I probably will. What do you think? Should I put the sequins on the thumb? Carry that thread? But if you haven't knit with this thread, I'm pretty sure you can probably find something that's comparable to this. Maybe if you search online. I know I searched online for a Premiere and I couldn't find this. They have others, but not the Enchant line. So I'm really sad about that. I really enjoy charity knitting. So I'm considering this charity knitting because I'm doing it for the knit-a-thon. So I just wanted to share some of my other charity knitting that I do throughout the year. And one of the other organizations that I support with my knitting is Knitted Knockers. And Knitted Knockers is a worldwide organization that makes knitted and crocheted breast prosthesis for women who have had, mastectomies, and they may be at a point where they recently had the surgery and their skin is too tender, or sometimes there's some women that find that the regular prosthetics are just too irritable and too heavy. Let me go grab my knitted knocker to show you. Okay, got it. So where was I? Oh, about the knitted knockers. So, maybe about 10 years ago, I ran across this organization, Knitted Knockers, out of Washington, and read their story and what they do. And they provide these knockers for free. You can contact them. There's some doctor's offices that carry them. I am not affiliated with the doctor's office. I send mine directly to Knitted Knockers in Washington and just let them disperse it. There's some people who you can contact them and they will do custom made. If there's anyone here that's watching this podcast and you would like some knitted knockers either for yourself or someone that you know, please contact me and I will make you the knitted knockers and send them to you. Okay. Like I said, you never have to pay for them. They are free. And I have a couple here. This was my very first knocker. They're made out of, I use 2 yarns, Cascade, Ultra Pima Cotton, or Lion Brand's Kubu, but I really like the Pima Cotton by Cascade, and there has a fiber filling in here, and you're able to take the fiber filling out if you need less filling in it. And they come where you can actually have nipples on them or non-nipples. I make mine non-nipples because I just like the way it looks. And primarily they ask for like neutral or skin tones. And then sometimes I get a little fancier, like these. I had some leftovers, and from where I did pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And then I had some brown left over from where I made brown pear. And yeah. So, and I get in the mood, I will make up a bunch of knockers, and I have a little bag that I keep them in. And usually when this bag gets full, then I'll send them off to Washington. I don't stuff them when I send them off. They will stuff them because it's easier to mail without them being stuffed. Um, but here's a pair that I did for pink. These aren't stuffed. And if you want to make these, you can. I will leave the link down below for the knitted knockers, and they have the pattern. It's free. They have videos on how to make them, and it's just a beautiful organization, and you can find out about the story behind the knitted knockers. So that's one of the charity things that I do. And I'm just really excited about it, to be able to use my craft to help others. And that's how I feel about with this knit-a-thon. Although I didn't fundraise, I did give a donation, but I am knitting for the 12 hours and to try to battle the food insecurities. Okay. Like I said, this is going to be really short today. I do have a couple of FOs. I have another pair of the everything November mitts for my mom. She requested 2 pairs, a white pair and the black pair with bling. This is the white pair. I've blocked these. They just came from drying from where I blocked them. So you might see a string hanging because I need to go back and cut my threads off that I weaved from where I weaved my ends. And let me just slip them on. These are so soft. And this again is using Knit Picks Stroll. Knit Picks Stroll Fingering White. It comes in 50-gram skeins, and I didn't even use one full skein, so maybe like 30 grams. I think they're so pretty. The other pair that I'm making, I added another inch. The black pair I made them an inch longer. So you can modify, but I think these are just beautiful, and they're nice and warm. So these will be going to their forever home with my mom in California. And along with it, she gets a hat. Now, last episode, I showed that I was making these bucket hats, Annie bucket hats by Alexandra Tavel. And here's one for my mom, but I didn't have them with me because I'd already mailed them off. Here's another one that I made for my mom, and this one is using the Scope for Faux Sparkle. This is crochet. It's super bulky, 100% polyester, very easy pattern to make. The only thing, you can't see your stitches once you put them in, so it's very forgiving. As long as you keep up with your stitch count, it's very easy. If you want to know more about it, you can watch last episode 15, where I go into a little bit more detail. But that's one of the other things that I've made. So Mom will be getting a hat and 2 pairs of mitts. Let me see. I don't believe there's anything else that I have. Again, this is going to be a really short episode today. I have one acquisition, which around here I call a SIP, which is stuff I've purchased. but I'm not going to show that to you this time. I'll wait till April to show it to you. And because everyone knows I'm on a no purchasing goal where I'm using up stash and working from patterns that I've already purchased, uh, or a free pattern. But I have so many patterns that I've already purchased that I really need to use those. And then, like I said, going into my stash and seeing what I can make from there. I would love your comments. A lot of the things that I have in my stash are one skein wonders. Because I enjoy knitting socks so much that I always would just buy one skein of fingering weight yarn. So I don't typically buy a sweater's quantity of yarn unless I know specifically what sweater, the pattern I'm going to make, and I buy it for that pattern. But other than that, if I see some beautiful fingering weight yarn, I'll buy a skein. So I have tons of one skein fingering weight yarn. This is only just a small section of my yarn stash. Maybe one day I will show you my my craft room or my she shed. And so you can get the full exposure. But so give me some of your thoughts on what yarn do you typically buy, and do you have any suggestions for me with all of these one skein wonders that I have? I've been telling myself for at least 2 years now that I want to get a sock machine. And so that I can knit up the socks, and then the only thing I have to do is I want to do the cuffs, heels, and toes. I want to knit those. I don't want the machine to knit it, even though I know the machine can knit them. So I've been trying to talk myself into buying a circular knitting machine. And my problem is that I understand that there's a long learning curve, about a year, which, okay, I'm good with that. But I'm not mechanically inclined. So when it's talking about, I've got to take this thing apart, I got to oil this and oil that and then put it back together. No, I don't even put gas in my car, okay? I know that's bad. I know how, but I prefer not to. And that's the hubs. That's what he does for me. My job is to drive the car and report any strange noises or lights and bells and stuff that come on in the car. And then, I tell him, and then he takes it to the dealer. That's the deal. That's the program that I run. And I like that. My knitting, I put it on the needles. I work it. If it's not right, okay, I have to rip it back and I put it back. But I don't have to oil anything, okay? So I don't know. So if you have a sock machine, circular sock machine, I would love to hear your comments about it. Okay. Or just your comments in general, about sock machine. I know some people says, oh, that's cheating. You can have your own opinion. You're welcome to your own opinion. That's fine. This is a safe zone. For me, I don't consider using a sock machine cheating no more than I consider using a sewing machine, which I use, is cheating. I don't have a needle and thread and hand sewing my garments. Technology has come in and I use a sewing machine. So I feel that a sock machine is not cheating. But if you feel otherwise, that's fine. I don't want anybody slamming anybody. I don't want this to become a dispute on this channel, okay? Next time when I podcast, I will get into more about my progress with continental knitting. Thank you to those of you who said they were either Team Continental or Team English, or some of you said you were both. A lot of you gave me some great tips on how to learn about tension, and Diane with the Island Lamb podcast sent me a video So, a YouTube video. So I will talk about more on my progress with that next time around. So until we meet again, thank you for being here. Please take care of yourself. Please love up on one another. Tell someone that you know how much you love them. And stay healthy and be safe. Be blessed. I love you. Bye for now.